It's my great pleasure to welcome you all here at the Polish Consulate to the evening of stories celebrating Jewish life in Poland before 1939. Now I would like to, from the bottom of my heart, to give the floor to Estelle Rozinski, a curator responsible for putting this project together.
The events that followed 1939 were so cataclysmic that in fact it's very hard to step before them. And it's been my experience that getting to those stories before 1939 is actually more difficult, more painful than talking about some of the horrible events that followed.
Estelle and others have a very valid point of emphasizing the Jewish world prior to the Holocaust. You only understand the Holocaust or what the Holocaust has done if you know the Jewish world that has been destroyed.
Working at the museum, our thoughts start just pre-Holocaust, and our thoughts have so seldom wandered back to life as it was, and the homes and the meals and the seders and, you know, the cooking pots. And it's just so wonderful to awaken that knowledge and to think of those people as real people, which actually makes me quite sad, because you're suddenly realizing the great loss.
There's almost like a partition between the Holocaust and those people's lives, and that itself was something, you know, that fascinated me. There's just that change of the narrative.
For the Seder, that's the meal that accompanies the Passover festival, the families all came together and ate. And at the end of the meal, it's traditional to open the door for Elijah the prophet. But in Stoinska Wola, the door was opened not just for Elijah, but for the poor. And the poor arrived at the home of people who opened their homes dressed as ghosts so that they wouldn't be ashamed of their poverty.
There was a certain sort of connection that any empathetic human being would have with pre-war Jewish Poland based on tonight's presentation.
Thank you very much, Estelle, for your cooperation, for your friendship, and for your project. I think that it's one of the projects that can last forever.
Cię duże ukrywać, że nie kochałam cię, że nie kochałam cię.